Performance, USA, the greatest entertainers in America, as requested by you, the servicemen and women of the United States Armed Forces throughout the world. Command Performance, presented this week and every week till it's over there. Well, hiya, gang. Dust off the old kilocycles at your respective APOs and FPOs, because Command Performance is here to make another clean sweep of your requests, which have been pouring in to Armed Forces Radio, Los Angeles, USA. At the moment, coming in on a particularly beautiful beam is your mistress of ceremonies, the lovely young screen star, Jean Tierney.
Well, thanks, Ken and fellas. I want you to know I've been looking forward to this enjoyable little detail all week long. And I know you've been looking forward to hearing our first guest tonight. Say hello, Martha.
Hello, Martha.
You guessed it. It's Martha Tilton.
Bésame mucho. Each time I cling to your kiss, I hear music divine. Bésame mucho. Kiss me, my darling, and say that you'll always be mine. This joy is something new, my arms enfolding you. Never knew this thrill before. Whoever thought I'd be holding you close to me, whispering it's you I adore. Dearest one, if you should leave me, each little dream would take wing and my life would be true. My darling, and make all my dreams come true. This joy is something new, my arms enfolding you. Never knew this thrill before. Whoever thought I'd be holding you close to me, whispering it's you I adore. Dearest one, if you should leave me, each little dream would take wing and my life would be true. My darling, and make all my dreams come true.
Thank you, Martha Tilton. Incidentally, Martha wants to be sure that Bill Wynn and the crew of the SS Military Secret get an earful of that old good Bessie May. Our regards to Beaver, Ty T, J.B., Munstone, Tar Heel, and Egghead. At 634, the gang in Hut 30, namely Quiz Kid, Bombardier, Whitey, King George, Beat Top, Oscar, Early Fransden, Joe DeMooch, Toity Toyd, and Myra and Knothead. Especially the sergeant who signs Frank Karloff Bates and adds the following P.S. If you ever saw me, you wouldn't wonder why they call me Karloff. For those and hundreds of the rest of you, here's that rootin' tootin' fellow, Roy Acuff, and his Smoky Mountain Boy.
Miss Jean.
Take over, partner.
Thank you a lot. And howdy, friends. The boys and I want to sing you a number that we get lots of requests for. I hope you'll enjoy. Easy Rocking Chair. Rock away my troubles, rock away my cares. Oh, I'll find peace and comfort in that easy rocking chair. I'll feel just as wealthy as a millionaire when I get back to Dixie in that easy rocking chair. Everyone, your neighbors, welcome on the mat. Just sitting, doing nothing, and not too much of that. Thumbing through the good book, thinking of a prayer. I'll rock my way to heaven in that easy rocking chair. Rocking free and easy, time a going by. Hand me that evening paper till I swat this pesky fly. There I go a-dozing, guess it's in the air. I gotta do some dreaming in that easy rocking chair. Rock away my troubles, rock away my care. Oh, I'll find peace and comfort in that easy rocking chair. I'll feel just as wealthy as a millionaire when I get back to Dixie in that easy rocking chair.
Fine, Roy. And as long as you're right here, I know the fellas would like to have another. How's about it?
Oh, yes, we would. We've got one that maybe the folks will enjoy. That easy rocking chair kind of got the boys all excited. They got thinking back in Dixie. So here's Wait for the Light to Shine. When the road is rocky and you're carrying a load, wait for the light to shine. If you find your friendless on that weary, lonesome road, wait for the light to shine. Wait for the light to shine, shine. Wait for the light to shine. Pull yourself together, keep on looking for the sign. Wait for the light to shine. Don't forget your brother as you travel through the land. Wait for the light to shine. He may be in trouble and may need a helping hand. Wait for the light to shine. Wait for the light to shine, shine, shine. Wait for the light to shine. Never give up hope or cast your pearls before the swine. Wait for the light to shine. Don't let trouble fool you and your sin will all be gone. Wait for the light to shine. Don't forget it's darkest just before the break of dawn. Wait for the light to shine. Wait for the light to shine, shine, shine. Wait for the light to shine. Keep these words before you as you walk the narrow line. Wait for the light to shine.
Thanks, Roy Acuff and your Smoky Mountain Commandos. You know, fellas, Command Performance is a very informal show. Sometimes people drop in on request. Sometimes people drop in on their own. Tonight we've got a fellow who dropped in on his head.
Hello.
Clifton Finnegan of Duffy's Tavern.
Thank you, one and all. I bring you greetings on behalf of Duffy's Tavern. Where the late mate to eat.
That's nice, Finnegan. You know, I've been down to the tavern. Tell me, how are Archie and Miss Duffy?
Please don't, Miss Penny. Leave Archie and Miss Duffy out of this.
Well, how are the pig's feet?
Let's leave Duffy out of this, too, now.
Well, it's certainly a pleasure to have you here on Command Performance tonight.
Thank you.
May I ask you why you've honored us with a visit?
Oh, most assuredly. I have come down here in the interest of truth to rectify a well-established misconception, may I say.
Well, what's that?
So what's that? that I'm a dope.
Why, that's ridiculous.
Of course, I'm no dumbbell. I got a lot on the ball. I can read and I can...
Right?
A guy can't have everything. But I'll prove it. I'm no dope. Go on, ask me a question. Anything, any question. Go ahead, ask me anything. Go ahead.
Well, what kind of a question?
Well, you ought to be able to think up something. A high-class tomato like you.
A high-class tomato? I've never been called that before.
What's the matter? Don't people think you're high-class? I think you're swell.
Now, come on, let's get on with this quiz.
Okay, quiz. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Ask me a question. Now, anything. Go ahead. You ask me.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's a tough one.
Yeah.
What first president of our country, who was father of his country,
Yeah.
had the George Washington Bridge named after him?
Now, wait a minute. No coaching from the audience. Let me see. George.
Yes.
George.
What?
Of course I watch on Saturday night. If I'm dirty, I watch. Otherwise, I don't bother.
Come now. Come on, Finnegan. Who's the father of our country?
I got it. Bing Crosby.
Why, Bing Crosby isn't the father of our country.
Well, he's off to a very good start.
Look, Finnegan. Amazingly enough, the George Washington Bridge was named after George Washington.
Oh.
He was the first and second president. He led the troops at Valley Forge. He chopped down the cherry tree. He crossed the Delaware, married Martha Washington, and had 8 kids.
How'd they ever find time to build that bridge?
You just go over there in the corner and figure it out. And if you get a bright idea, well, you let me know here.
Okay, but how will I know if I get a bright idea? I'm colorblind.
Thank you, Charlie Cantor, for your usual delightful interpretation of Clifton Finnegan. A slight pause in the proceedings as we nod in the direction of Sergeant Al Lados at 3, Sergeant Endler in Glasgow, a couple of Marines in the field, as they put it, also Rossman, Jeep, Totem Pole, Rabbit, Sea Pappy, Bear Who, Wrangler, Banjo Eyes, Fagin the Bee, and Sexy. Lend us an ear, and you shall hear the new Army Nurses song as played for you by the AFRS Orchestra.
beside a gallant fighting men. Whenever they are sick or wounded, we nurse them back to health again. As long as healing hands are wanted, you'll find the nurses of the Corps. On ship, on plane, on transport train, at home or on the far-off shore. With loyal heart, we do our part for the Army and the Army Nurse Corps.
Performance HQ, you remember we have a pigeonhole labeled "No request is too big or too small." We wet the second finger right hand and dip it into said pigeonhole and have a brief session with a command from First Sergeant Howard R. Bentley at 986. It reads, quote, "Dear Command, it's getting about that time of year when a fellow's mind turns back to those one-time familiar sounds affiliated with springtime in the country. To get to the point of this delicate subject, I would like to hear the sound of a fertilizer spreader. Spreading its cargo over the still frozen knolls of my native Michigan fields about this time of the year." Unquote. Well, I'll drive the horses. Giddy up, Seabiscuit. Time now to reverse our field and present a young lady whose recent influx of mail has forced the postman to hire a convoy. Let's remove our gloves and welcome Virginia O'Brien.
Thank you, Jean Tierney. I've followed many things in my brief career, but this is the first time I've ever followed one of those. Anyway, thanks for the invite, fellows, and with your permission, I'd like to sing Take It Easy. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't you know it's more romantic when the dance is slow? Take it easy, take it easy. What's the good of feeling high when all the lights are low? Take your time, dance it with ease. Take your time, slow down, take it easy, take it easy. I'm the gal the guys refer to as the Cuban rave. Every man I meet would like to be my slave, but I just can't make my eyes behave. Too tired, too tired. Take it easy. Relax and learn to take it easy. I'm a torrid Somali from a torrid clime. Never in a hurry cause I take my time. And I take my time because I know that I'm too tired, too tired, too tired. Back in Guadalupe I couldn't stand the pace. People showing signs of life around the place. Staying wide awake from 1 o'clock till 3. Proved to be too much of a strain on me, poor me, ho-hum, ho-hum, ho-hum. Take it easy, oh, take it easy. There are lots of caballeros waiting for me yet. Lots of gauchos laps in which I haven't sat. But I ask you, how muchacha can a lady get when she's beat? So slumber while I rumba. Shoot the lotus to me Otis. Shoot the comfort to me Mumford. It's sleepy time downtown.
Thank you, Virginia O'Brien. Now it's time to beam some B-flats in the direction of Gunner Bob Butters. K.G. Woolley and the boys on the starboard watch. James, Meyer, Leffingwell, Magaya, Driscoll, Bertrand, Beck, and the gang at Navy 137. Sam Surbagandio at 27, and some cocky kilters at 512 who call themselves Tanglefoot, Concrete, Pappy, Stinky, Recca, Cognac, and Slap Happy Gravy. By command performance of the AEF, it's a return engagement for those two lovable characters of radio, those two popular zanies of the network.
Just a minute, Jean.
And here's one of them now, John Cantor.
I'm sorry, Gene, but we didn't make connections coming down tonight.
Why not?
Well, I took my brother's car.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well, I wouldn't want my family to know, but I got a peach of a flat on Wilshire Boulevard.
You have? Well, give me a key and I'll tell my wife I'm going bowling.
And here's Frank Morgan.
Greetings, playmates, greetings. Peachy little flat on Wilshire, huh? Sounds like an ideal spot for a card game. Oh, no.
It's a wrong flat, Frank.
Oh, why?
Yeah, it's simple, Frank. I picked up a flat tire on Wilshire Boulevard.
Oh, anyone I know? But, of course, she can't be on my amatory agenda. She'd let you pick her up, jockey.
You don't understand, Pancho. I had a blowout.
In your flat, and you didn't ask me?
Look, Frank, it's a flat tire on his brother's car.
Yeah.
And John's worried about replacing it.
Worried? Nonsense. I'll go out and buy another one.
Frank, in
What?
case you haven't heard, there's a war going on.
Yes?
The only people who get new tires are the Army and the farmers.
Yeah.
You're not in the Army, and you've never been a farmer.
That's no way to address General Morgan, by heck.
Now, wait a minute, General. Are you going to lie about the Army or farming?
Farming.
You're-
I'm not lying. And don't stand there with your face hanging out and tell me you've never heard of Morgan the agriculturist.
What agriculturist?
Yes.
Are you talking about those 4 radishes you raised in a window box?
I'm referring to my 10,000-acre farm carved from the productive soil of the most fertile and lush valley in California.
Is it really, Lush? Yes, Lush, you know.
Well, my farm is a very scientific establishment, the envy of agronomists all over the world.
Oh, do you go in for animal husbandry?
Well, I never found one that was pretty enough to marry, but I... Oh, husbandry!
Yes.
Oh, you mean livestock?
Cows, horses.
Naturally. My
Yeah.
herd produces milk with the highest butterfat content in the world.
It does.
Each cow a purebred offspring of Craig's Cutie of Bucks County.
That must be the bull.
No, it's as true as I'm standing here. I have 1,000 pigs who've won blue ribbons at every state fair, including one sow who is so intelligent she can make known her wishes by simple communication.
How do you know what she wants?
Well, I receive a litter from her once a year. However, in spite of my success in raising animals, I became nationally famous for a trick played by nature.
Yeah, what was it?
I'm the only farmer alive who ever had the good fortune to own twin cerise hybrids.
Twin cerise hybrids?
Yes.
What are those?
Pair of pink mules.
I'll take green pumps.
Wedgies?
Just a flat heel.
Well, we'll try them on for size. What are we...
Never mind. Just get on that mythical farm and tell us about the corn, Pop.
Oh. Popcorn.
Yes.
That's the straw that broke the camel's back, Gammon. Oh, now they got me doing it. My farm is not mythical. It was the original Morgan homestead built by my grandfather, Hayloft Morgan, and inherited by my Uncle Barney and my Aunt Boxstall.
Your Uncle Barney and your Aunt Boxstall?
Yes, very unsociable people.
They were, huh?
Practically unapproachable when the wind is from the west.
I see.
Rheumatism, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes. When did you inherit this farm, Pancho?
Well, shortly after my Aunt Boxstall got caught in the fertilizer spreader.
Oh, that's too bad. Quite a tragedy,
Yes, my uncle followed soon after.
I
Not
see.
in this first. I have done wonders with it, as you can no doubt see from these 2 photographs.
Where?
This is a picture of the place when it was being worked by my aunt and uncle.
Oh, really? Let's see.
Well?
Oh. Say, what's this in the corner? Is that the pigsty?
Yes, that's Uncle Barney is right there in the center of the pigs.
I see.
He's the one eating out of the small trough.
Oh. Tell me, Frank,
Yes.
do you have a picture of the farm as it is today?
Right here. Now, notice the new buildings, the sanitary pig pens, the poultry batteries, and the potato patch.
Uh-huh.
I raise very large potatoes.
Oh, how large?
Well, they're pretty large. Now, just behind that fence...
How large
you can-
are your potatoes,
Well,
Frank?
they're large enough. Behind that
Are they
fence...
as large as grapefruit?
Larger. Behind that fence...
Large
you've
as
got-
melons?
Considerably larger. The one I want to point
How
out...
large are your potatoes?
You've never seen anything like them.
Well, I'd like to see them. Will you sell me 100 pounds?
Nonsense. I wouldn't cut a potato in half for anybody.
Well, here's a demi-task for Sergeants Berg and Hoff at 857. Coffee will have to do for the moment, said. For Cheesy and Hogue at 865, Charlie Rannon and the 20 S's at the degassing office, Navy 117, and for Henry Graham and all those puddle-jumping coppers who drive the diesels at 860. It's one of your favorites, I'll Get By one of your favorites, Martha Tilton.
I'll get by as long as I have you. So there be rain and darkness too, I'll not complain. I'll see it through. Though you may be far away, but what care I, for I'll get by as long as I have you. Though you may be far away, it's true, but what care I, as long as I have you. As long as you are mine, I'll keep on feeling fine. I'll get by as long as I
Thank you, Martha Tilton. Well, fellas, that about closes the curtain on the umpteenth chapter of Command Performance. It's been sensational breaking static with you all, and I hope you ask me to come back again real soon, if not sooner. Meantime, this is Jean Tierney, who wishes she could give every one of you a great big hug, but can only say the best of the best from the USA, and so long.
And this is Ken Niles tucking the last page back in the files and reminding you that Command Performance is arranged in cooperation with the Hollywood Victory Committee. This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.